baseball for you.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 20, Jackson Wagner.
The Wabasso Rabbits take on the Red
Batting
Rock
sixth, the
Central
left fielder, number
Westbrook
8,
Walnut
Preston
Grove Falcons
Remiger.
in this non-conference matchup here.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 1, Kason Harms.
Over here at Irish Yard for this matchup.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 13, Jaden Remiger.
Reminds us that the educational value
Batting
of the
ninth,
event
the
is more
designated
important
hitter,
than
number
outcome.
11, Traden
Respect for others,
Larson.
including opponents and officials.
And playing
is
right
one of
field, number
those
14,
values.
Ethan
Support today's
Janegas.
teams with respect that they deserve.
The Wabasso Rabbits are head coached by Chad
High
Olson.
School League. Very light schedule for you on this.
Here are the reserves
Friday,
for
in
Red
addition
Rock
to this
Central,
ball
Westbrook
game.
Walnut Grove, number
Martin County
5,
West is at
Abe
GFW.
Stobness.
Sleepy Eye St. Mary's hosting Kenyon
Number 6, Tyler
Warmingo, and
Turkelson.
TMU is at Ortonville.
Number 9,
Softball,
Jackson
St. Nicholas
Jenigas.
taking on Sleepy Eye St. Mary's. And
Number 11,
TMU
Trenton
is taking
Blumgren.
on Adrian Ellsworth.
Number
Those are the
14,
games that are
Vander
on the schedule
Mathewitz.
here today.
Number 15,
Around
Finn
the
Batalden.
area, of course. Still very
Number
much
22,
weather
Kyle
permitting.
Curry.
Field here over at Irish
Number
Yard
25,
in
Casey
really,
Brown.
really good shape.
And number 32,
like I
Austin
said,
Imker.
They put a little diamond dust down on the
Here are the
pitcher's
starters
lawn
for
to give
Red
the
Rock
pitchers
Central,
a little bit
Westbrook
of
Walnut
extra footing
Grove.
out there.
Leading
But
off
other
the
than that,
left
shouldn't be
fielder,
any
number
problems
4,
here. We haven't
Ashton
had any
Junkie.
really, big downpours
Batting
or
second, the
anything
right
since I
fielder,
came
number
over here,
26,
so that's
Keaton
another good thing.
Skarupa.
And again, we should be able to get this ball game in.
Batting
The one
third, the
nice thing
center
is today
fielder,
we
number
don't have the
3,
threat
Quentin
of
Vold.
a release of yet any
Batting fourth, the
thunderstorms.
first
So
baseman,
again,
number 30, Hudson
with a little bit of light
Jenigas.
rain and such, ball guys.
Batting fifth,
and
the
these players,
shortstop,
they can
number
certainly
8,
play
Dan
through that.
Cleven.
It's just when you get those
Batting sixth, the
thunderstorms
pitcher,
that
number
roll through with
23,
the lightning
Isaac
and thunder, and
Simonson.
That's the problem.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number 21, Jake Jackson.
Here, Wabasso, though, really playing well as
Batting
of late.
eighth,
They've
the
won,
second
as a matter
baseman,
of
number
fact,
2,
4
Ashton
straight. They won
Holmgren.
5 of their last 7
And batting
matchups.
ninth for the Falcons,
And,
third baseman, number
Falcons coming in with
24,
just,
Jaden
2
Lang.
wins. Their last 5 coming off a loss yesterday. Split their doubleheader yesterday with Adrian Ellsworth. Won the first 18-6.
At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps,
Pause 2 minutes for the national anthem. We'll come back, get you ready for the start
as
of the
we
game.
honor
After
America
this,
by
9,
playing our
7,
national
Jack FM.
anthem.
Back in 2.
Minnesota Valley Telephone provides
2 minutes.
Alrighty, thanks.
All right, I think we're sitting pretty decent. Let me check the lineups for RRC here. It's still green for Irish, but who cares? Not pulling in their red. Wabasso here. Yeah. It's okay, it doesn't matter. If you would, I guess. RRC WWG is the home team, is the Irish.
Here's your spot.
Alrighty, thank you.
Get a special down treatment. Sawanda State Bank gives you the stability and security you can trust. Proud sponsor of area activities. That's Sawanda State Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Irish Yard. Getting ready for non-conference baseball here this afternoon between Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove, and the Wabasso Rabbits in this matchup here this afternoon as the Falcons will be the home
Leading
team.
off the
They'll
top
be
of the
batting
first
second
for
here in this
Wabasso.
one.
Catcher
That
number
means
9,
Rabbits have
Noah
the first chance to
Anderson.
dent that scoreboard here this afternoon. Lineup for the Wabasso Rabbits. Look at this. Leading off will be the catcher, Noah Anderson. Batting second is the shortstop, Kelvin Hanna. Batting third is the pitcher, Adrian Tietz. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Joel Liebel. As first pitch catches the corner, strike number 1. Batting 5th will be Preston Remiger. He's out at second base. Batting 6th is Carson Harms, the center fielder. Batting 7th, or actually batting 8th will be Jaden Remiger, the second baseman. And then batting 9th will be Trayton Larson, DH, batting for the for the right fielder, Ethan Jenigas. 3-pitch strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Simon
batting the shortstop, number 6, Kelvin Hanna.
To look at strike number 3 for the first out of the inning. Kelvin Hanna now will bat here for the Wabasso Rabbits, playing out at shortstop. Rabbits team numbers in both these teams very, very close. Wabasso 7-5 in the season. Red Rock is Westbrook Walnut Grove at 6-6 in the year, and that's a strike. So Simonson's just pitching darts right now. Strike number 1. Rabbits at 7-5, and again Falcons at 6-6. That pitch, curveball, strike 2. As again, Hanna for the Rabbits in there. Adrian Teets waiting in the on-deck circle. This pitch, curveball, just missed inside. So we will not have an immaculate inning. Although starting the ball game off, 5 straight strikes. Simonson quickly okays the sign and the pitch. Called third strike. Catches the corner. Strikeout number 2.
Now batting the pitcher, number 15, Adrian Teets.
So 2 strikeouts to open up the ball game here for the Falcons. Rabbits will be sending up Adrian Teets with Joel Liebel waiting in the on-deck circle here for the Rabbits. Simonson okays the sign and the pitch. Up a little high and in tight, ball number 1. A couple of good pitchers going at it here, so runs should be at a premium here today. Simonson with the full wind and the pitch. That's way outside. Ball 2-0. Falcons black tops, red lettering, white outline, gray pant, black stripe down the side. The pitch. Downs right down Broadway. Strike 1, 2-1. Wabasso with white tops, gold lettering and numerals, maroon outline, maroon and gold down this pant on the white pants. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. Count level now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And just this beautiful, beautiful field over here at Irish Yard. I've been wanting to broadcast over here for a number of years and finally got the opportunity today. Down a little low, full count, now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, very friendly dimensions here. 315 down the left field line, 302 in the right, 355 to right field, 360 to left, and then 375 to dead center with that green monster hitting eye out there. That pitch misses for ball, so a walk is issued to Teets.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Joel Liebel.
First base. And coming up will be Joel Liebel now for the Rabbits. So runner at first base for the Rabbits. Simonson look over to the first and the pitch. Pitch misses out wide. Catcher drops the ball and heading down to second will be Teets. Got a good jump on that. Saw the ball come out and got a great jump and gets down to second base. So pass ball or drop ball by the catcher. Gets running out in scoring position with 2 away. Liebel waggling back and that hit him in the shoulder. So he'll take his spot in first base.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Jackson Wagner.
So now it'll be Jackson Wagner batting. Third baseman for the Rabbits. So Rabbits, after the first 2 were retired, struck out looking. Now gotten 2 on. Walking and hit batter, so looking for that first base hit of the ball game here. See if they can dent that scoreboard first here this afternoon. Simonson, and again goes inside over the top of the batter. Wild pitch, that'll move the runners each a bag. So goal opportunity here for Wagner. Rabbits, as mentioned, winners of 4 straight ball games going into tonight's game. Just about, I think, 3 games left in the regular season. And the pitch. Again, that misses inside. Getting out of the way of it, Wagner. So no balls, 2 strikes. 4 games left for Red Rock here in the season, or in the Falcons. Again inside. Misses there up high. So Simonson coming in high and tight. 3 balls, no strikes. First base is open. And Preston Remiger waiting in the on-deck circle. And that hit him. Came inside. So another hit batter. The bases are loaded here for the Rabbits. And coming up now will be
batting the left fielder, number 8, Preston Remiger.
So the first 2 batters for the Rabbits struck out looking. 5 straight strikes to start the ball game, and then Simonson's kind of lost his spot here. So the sacks are full of Rabbits here. 2 away in the pitch. Pitch is up high for ball 1. You're a batter at the plate now. You wait until Simonson throws you a strike. So he's missed now 6 straight. So he looks in, a pitch, peek over to third base, and the pitch misses inside again, ball 2. So he now really struggling with his control. Rabbits need to be patient. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch way outside, third ball. Nicely done with the catcher. Keep it within his arm's reach so the runner's not advancing. But he has to be there with this pitch because he has no place to put him. Case and Harms waiting on deck. 3-0 the count. Runners get their lead in the pitch. Again missing inside, ball 4. Walk is issued. Now will bring in a run.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Kason Harms.
Rabbits really manufacturing a run here. So the walk, RBI goes to Remiger as Tietz trots home. Liebel goes over to third base. Jackson Wagner at second. Remiger at first. And now Kason Harms the batter. Sacks are still jammed with Rabbits here in the first inning. And the pitch misses outside. Ball 1. Really surprised Coach Isaac Jenigas didn't come out to talk to his pitcher after that walk. He's really having a tough time now trying to find the plate once again. The pitch again misses inside. Ball 2. And Coley Pack's going to go out and talk to the pitcher. Action being brought to you here this evening by sponsors. Some of those sports sponsors do include Seaman Seeds, Livia Chrysler Center, TNT Construction, Jack Larson Seeds, Barkey Lift and Level Concrete, Aquarius Home Services. And thanks for supporting high school sports and athletics here on 977 Jack FM. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded here. Top of the first inning. A 1-0 Wabasso lead. 2-0 pitch. Misses inside again. It's 3-0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 straight out of the strike zone. And a 3 ball and no strike count here. And the pitch misses outside. Ball 4. So another walk. So that once again will bring in a run. As Liebel comes home. Wagner goes down to third.
Now batting the second baseman, number 13, Jaden Remiger.
Jaden Remiger at the plate. So the Rabbits, with 2 out and away, had a little bit of a rally started and have been able to take advantage. Throw down to second. Back in safely as the base runner. Liebel, a couple of steps toward home, and then he retreats back. Or actually, Wagner does.
Thank you.
Seeing the windows here at the press box. A few raindrops again starting to fall. They'll continue to play until the field becomes unplayable. So Rabbits with the bases loaded here. 2-away pitch. That one a little low for a ball. Came over the plate, but just low. 1-0. Again from the belt. Simonson misses inside. Nope, caught the strike. Inside part of the plate there. So that's a strike. Strike 1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 straight pitches out of the strike zone for Simonson. 1-1. That misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. So Rabbits with a runner at every bag. 2 away. Again, Simonson misses outside. 3-1. So he's in danger of walking his third batter here in a row. and walking in another run. 3-1 to count. Pitch. Fouled straight back. Count full 3-2. So now with a full count and 2 outs in the inning, the runners will get that big jump as they'll get the giant carousel going here with 2 outs in the inning. Again, number 8 hitter at the plate here for the Rabbits. And a step off. Rabbits trying to catch the Rabbits leaning the wrong way, but they were able to scamper back. So can the runners get their leads? And the pitch hit out into right center field. Shortstop going back. Doesn't quite get out to the outfield. Catch made out at shortstop. And the inning is over for the Wabasso Rabbits. They able, though, to get a couple of runs across in this first inning. As they plate 2, they get those 2 runs. No hits. There was no errors. And they leave the bases full. Half inning complete here from Irish Yard. It is Wabasso 2. Coming to bat, Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove. We'll do it for you in 1 minute.
Redwood Building Center and Redwood Falls.
In the top of the first for Wabasso, 2 runs. No hits.
1 minute.
Alrighty,
No
thanks.
errors, and 3 runners left on base. Do it for the Falcons in the bottom half of the first. Ashton Junkie, Keaton Skarupa, and Quinton
Good
Vold.
news about the weather in our area. All the radar indicates rain is all lifting northward.
And
Very
baseball
good.
fans, if you have family or friends that are unable to attend today's game, I don't know why they would miss it on such a beautiful afternoon for baseball. They can still watch it on our live stream, milroyirish.com/live. That will forward you to our YouTube channel. Or just go to YouTube and search The Irish Yard.
Here's your last spot.
Thank you.
Care Medical Campus, featuring expanded services and new technologies to care for you. Plus, the same amazing staff you know and trust. Center Care, because health means everything.
Rabbits put a 2 spot in the board to open up the ball game after 2 are away. Able to scratch out 2 runs without the benefit of a hit. And again, leave the bases full, but do get 2 on the board. As now they go out in the field. Falcons will take their chances against Adrian Teets, one of the hottest pitchers around the area here. Just doing fantastic here. Last couple of starts out, I think he had a no-hitter. And last start out, if I'm not mistaken, that was when he had 19 strikeouts. Of the 21 outs, 19 were via the strikeout. So just one of those, having just an outstanding here, a couple of ball games, and he hopes to continue.
Leading off
here
the bottom
today
of the first for
in
the
not more,
Falcons,
or
left
should I
fielder
say
number
in
4, Ashton Junkie.
less than ideal conditions here today. So the Falcons will try to get on the board here. Leading off will be Ashton Junkie, playing out in left field. Batting second, the right fielder, Keaton Skarupa. Batting third, the center fielder, Quinton Vold. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Hudson Jenigas. First pitch, misses there for ball 1. Batting fifth will be the shortstop, Dan Clavin. Batting sixth, the pitcher, Isaac Simonson. Seventh, Jake Jackson, catcher. 8, Ashton Holman, the second baseman. And batting ninth is Jaden Lang, the third baseman. That pitch is called a strike, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter. Leading off again, Ashton Junkie, left fielder here for the Falcons. Pitch. Misses inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or 2 balls and a strike. As that light rain falling here at the Irish Yard. And they'll play until field is deemed unplayable. And then we'll wait and see what happens. Hit out towards second. Second baseman. Ranges over. Gets over to first for the out. 4-3 the scoring play. 1 away.
Now batting the right fielder, number 26, Keaton Skarupa.
Right fielder here for the Falcons. Defensively for the Wabasso Rabbits around the infield. Joel Liebel at first base. Second baseman again, Jaden Remiger. Third baseman is Jackson Wagner. And your shortstop, Calvin Hanna. We'll get to your outfielders in just a moment. Pitch. Curveball, strike 1. Your outfield, left-right. That goes Preston Remiger, Kason Harms, Ethan Jenigas. Again, Noah Anderson behind the plate. And on deck, or on pitching mound again, is Adrian Teets. believe it's a 1-1 count on the batter. As Teets looks in. And the pitch. Swing and miss. Couple of strikes now on the batter. So it is 1-2. That one misses outside. Framed nicely there by Anderson. Just couldn't sway the official, or the ump to call it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Played catcher myself. That's good job of framing that one up. Swing and miss, strike 3. Swung right through that offering. 2 away. Now we'll bring up.
Now batting the center
Quentin
fielder,
Vold.
number 3, Quinton Vold.
Vold out in center field here for the Falcons. Pitch there, right on the corner. Strike 1. Vold can reach. Hudson Jenigas waiting in the on-deck circle. Pitch there, fouled off into the Wabasso dugout. I think everyone's all right. Quickly, a couple strikes in the batter here. 30-pitch inning for Simonson in that first inning. Teets has the good morning, good afternoon. Called third strike, good night. 3-pitch strikeout, and that ends the inning. A couple of strikeouts in the inning, one looking, one swinging. And the Falcons are down here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left in the base paths. We're through 1 full inning here at Irish Yard. Wabasso 2, the Falcons 0. We'll go to inning number 2 right after this 1-minute timeout.
In the bottom of the first, for Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove, they go down in order 1, 2, 3. As it was a pretty nice job by the birthday boy, Adrian
give me a minute.
Teets. Celebrating his 18th
thanks.
birthday today. Happy birthday, Adrian.
Welcome back to Irish Yard. 2-0 in favor of the Wabasso Rabbits over the Falcons, the Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove. Neither team with a hit as of yet. Wabasso able to capitalize, though, on some walks in inning number 1. Trayden Larson will open up the second inning. And we're back to the top of the order to Noah Anderson and Kelva Hanna for the Rabbits. 2 balls, no strikes on Larson, the DH. As Simonson again struggling with control here. That one misses up high. Again over the top of the batter. 3 balls, no strikes. He had 14 straight pitches that missed the strike zone last inning. And that was after he started the ball game. 5 straight strikes. Had a couple of strikeouts, and there's a 4-pitch walk to open up the second inning.
Back to the top of the order
Trayden
with the
Larson
catcher,
goes to
number
first
9,
base.
Noah Anderson.
Back to the top of the order, Noah Anderson batting. Noah struck out looking in his first at-bat. As we mentioned last inning, again, worth mentioning again for these Wabasso Rabbit hitters, be patient at the plate. Let Simonson prove he can throw some strikes. That one again way over the top of the batters. Ball 1. After Anderson, Hanna. As Larson gets his lead at first base. Dives back in safely. Not a very big lead over there. Again, Simonson just letting him know he's paying attention to him over at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. That one catches the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Simonson, a quick worker, even with runners on base. He just gets that ball and chucks it right back to the catcher. That one bounces to the plate. Runner will go down to second base. 2 balls and a strike on a wild pitch. Defensively for the Falcons around the infield, it's Hudson Jenigas at first base. Ashton Holmes at second, or Holman at second. Your third baseman, Jaden Lang, and your shortstop is Dan Clavin. Pitch. Misses inside, gets away from the catcher. Runner will get on to third base. It's another wild pitch. Moves the runner over to third base with no one away here in the second inning. 3-1 count on the batter. Your outfield left to right. Ashton Junkie, Quentin Vold, Keaton Skrupa. Pitch. Misses low, ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, but no movement from the runner at third base to come home. So the walk is issued. Back-to-back walks for the Rabbits. First and third with no one away. Catcher again for the Falcons, Jake Jackson. And your pitcher again is Isaac Simonson. As Coach Jenigas out of the Falcon dugout. Looks like he'll make a pitching change here. Just switching, looks like first and pitcher. So, with the break in the action, let's take a break as well. Pitching change here at Irish Yard. Rabbits up 2-0. We'll come back in 1 minute.
Area.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Well, that picture didn't last long.
No.
Here's your last spot.
Thank you. Got the guys busy up here window washing right now. They're trying to keep the rain off the camera lenses and also off the windows here so we can see what's going on. Falcons making that quick call to the pen here. Simonson going the first inning plus in this one. Again, with no hits. He's given up 2 runs thus far, though, and those 2 out there are his responsibility. He had 3 walks and a couple of strikeouts. Hudson Jenigas coming in from first base will do the pitching. Just a straight pitch and first switch here. So Kelvin Hanna on deck for the Rabbits. He'll be coming up. And then Adrian Teets in the on-deck circle. So the Rabbits again with runners on first and third. No one away here in the second inning. On top here by a score already of 2-0. Again, still looking for that first hit of the ball game. Pitch. That one's called a strike right in the corner. Strike 1. So a quick call to the pen here for the Falcons. Jenigas coming in damage control mode. Trailing here 2-0 and doesn't want it to be any worse than that. Runners get their lead. Second runner at first goes down to second with a stolen base, and they try to throw it back to the pitcher. Gets away from the pitcher, goes to the short right field area, and the runner comes in. So that'll be an E2 on that play to allow the runner to score. And Anderson getting all the way over to third base on that errant throw. So give him a stolen base, and again an E2. The runner comes in to score. So it's 3-0. Wabasso with the lead. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Kelvin Hanna. Called third strike, got him looking. Beautiful pitch there. So Hanna strikes out, looking once again. First out of the inning. And Adrian Teets now will be at the plate to try to help his cause out. He's able to sit down the Falcons 1-2-3 in their half of the first inning. First pitch here misses out wide for ball 1. Already 42 pitches for the Falcons pitchers here in this ball game. And the pitch catches the corner. Strike 1, 1-1. And Simonson, just like I said, started out so well. First 5 pitches he had right across the strike zone, and then all of a sudden just lost it. Misses out wide. 2 balls and a strike. That sometimes happens. I never was a pitcher, but I've heard of that before. Again, all of a sudden, things just are clicking, and then again, something goes wrong, and you can't find it. Right up the middle, right through the legs of Jenigas into right center field for base hit. Sending that one right back where it came from. Found its way through. Teets with an RBI single. As Anderson scores. 4-0 now. Wabasso Rabbits. First hit of the ball game. So Joe Liebel, the batter. Liebel hit by a pitch. Got that rally continued in that first inning. He was able to score a run. Toss over to first base. Keep the base runner safe over there or close to the bag. That's Teets again. Teets will take off for second. There'll be no throw as the ball gets away from the catcher. Stolen base for Teets. Down to second. So Rabbits aggressive base running here. A couple of stolen bases this inning. Get the running in scoring position here with just 1 away. Jenigas looks in, pitch. Catches the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses out wide. 2-1. So again, the Rabbits taking advantage of some wild pitching by the Falcons here to open up a 4-0 lead here. The pitch called strike. 2-2. Again, Liebel at the plate. Jackson Wagner waiting on deck for the Rabbits. 2-2 count. Runner Teets gets his lead out second. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Can't find it at all. Jenigas spots it. It came all the way from the pitcher's mound, chases it down in foul territory. Yeah, the catcher Jackson had no idea where that ball had gone. 3-2 the count. Runner getting over to third base. That one called strike. So the second strikeout of the inning, both caught looking. Rabbits now with 2 away. Jackson Wagner, the batter. So the Falcons trying to get out of this inning without more damage being done here. Pitch misses. No, catch straight. Strike. Caught the corner as it came on by. Strike 1. Strike zones tend to be a little bit bigger in conditions such as this. That pitch misses way outside. Ball 1-1-1. So again, runner third base with 2 away. Jenigas with the pitch. Swing and miss. Couple of strikes now on the batter. Rabbits again with 4 runs and just 1 hit thus far here in this ball game. That one's fouled out of play. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Hudson Jenigas working in damage control mode here in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck out the side. In between, though, the Rabbits are able to scratch out a couple of more runs here in the second inning. Rabbits get those 2 runs on a total of 1 hit. There was 1 error, and they leave 1 on in scoring position. Inning and a half complete here from Irish Yard. It is the brand new score. It's Wabasso 4 and the Falcons 0. We'll come back after this 1-minute timeout.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Wabasso's up 4-0 already. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Here's your last spot.
Thank you. Welcome back at Irish Yard. Rabbits up by a score of 4-0. Rabbits with 4 runs and just 1 hit. No errors. They've left 4 on, 3 in scoring position. And for the Falcons, it was 3 up and 3 down. They're half of the first inning. Total of 55 pitches thus far for the Falcon pitchers in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 32 of those 55 have been balls. So again, they've had a tough time finding the strike zone here in this one. So Teets handed now a 4-0 lead as he goes out there for the second inning for the Rabbits. Facing the middle lineup here for the Falcons. First pitch is called a strike. That one's a strike. Quickly 2 strikes on the batter. And batting here for the Falcons is Dan Clavin. Or check that, Hudson Jennings. And misses at that pitch. Throw down to first. Did just get him, boy. Strikeout and a 2-3 putout. Kind of an adventure at first base, but they did get the out recorded. So a 3-pitch strikeout to open up the second inning. So once again, strikeout and 2-3 putout for the first out of the inning. Dan Clavin, shortstop, will bat. Curve ball up high for ball 1. So the Rabbits enjoying their trip to Irish Yard thus far. Leading with this one 4-0 in the pitch. Swing and miss, strike 2. Or ball 1, 1-1. So mentioned Rabbits, 4 winners, 4 straight wins for them going into tonight's action. And getting to the end of the season, that's hit out in the center field. Center fielder coming up. Now shortstop will range over out behind the bag and make the grab. 2 away. Teets covering some ground out there, making the catch out in short center field for the second out of the inning. And Isaac Simonson, who started pitching, is now over at first base, will bat. And that straight swat between he and Hudson Jennings. Pitch there, catch a strike or the corner, or strike 1. No hitter and a 19 strikeout performance by Teets in his last couple of starts. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. He's just rearing back and letting it rip. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Just missed wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And with Teets up there again, too, like I said, just lets it rip. Good pitcher, always around the plate, so you got to be ready to swing. 1 and 2. There's a swing and miss, strike 3. As the strikeout is recorded. 2 more here in this inning, and a 1-2-3 second inning here for the Falcons. Falcons in second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on the base paths. Keck Tree Services scoreboard. It is Wabasso 4, Red Rock Central Westbrook Walnut Grove 0. Go to inning 3 after this 1-minute timeout.
Join Highland and Simply Tight, financial advisor.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Here's your last spot.
Thank you.
In furniture and creative products. That same kind of work ethic is what makes the employees of Johnny Craft and Puzzle Craft proud to support the Wabasso Rabbit students. Johnny Craft and Puzzle Craft, learning for a lifetime.
You're listening to non-conference boys baseball on 977 Jack FM, KLGR FM Redwood Falls, and along the World Wide Web at myklgr.com. Teats cruising thus far. First two innings, this one, just 22 pitches. 16 have been for strikes. Rabbits cruising as well. They've got a total of 4 runs on just 1 hit up to this point, no errors. As they bat here in the third, be Preston Remiger, Kason Harms, and Jaden Remiger to bat for the Rabbits. First pitch missing for a ball 1. Falcons with some wildness here in this one. That's right down Broadway. Strike 1, 1-1. Preston Remiger had a walk that brought in a run back in the first inning. That one a strike. 1-2. So again, the Falcons, they're just going to look and try to keep the Rabbits at bay here. And see if they can't get their offense going. That one misses way outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Just don't want this to deficit to be any more. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To the leadoff hitter for the Rabbits here in inning number 3. And there's a strike called. So strikeout recorded. 1 away. Kason Harms walking with an RBI in the first inning. Brought in the second Wabasso run. So Jenigas doing well since he's been out there after the Falcons had to make that quick call to the pen. That one's called a strike. Sometimes that works to the player's benefit. They don't have a chance to worry about it. They just get all of a sudden called upon. You have to go out there and start throwing. Don't have too much time to think about it. Misses high and in tight. Ball 1, 1-1. Jaden Remiger waiting on deck for the Rabbits. That one's hit hard and foul. Out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just 1 hit in the game. Rabbits getting that one last inning. RBI single. That's a foul tip. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, just important for the Falcons here to try to put as many 0 on the boards here. Try to keep the Rabbits at bay. That one misses out wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 pitch. Misses inside. Full count 3-2. Falcons already with 4 walks here in the ballgame. They've had 5 strikeouts. A couple of hit batters and such mixed in there. That's hit right back up the middle. Out behind the bag. Shortstop Fields. Throw to first. Up the first or out toward home plate. Pull the runner off the bag. E6. Hold around Harms to go down to second base as that ball did go into the Wabasso dugout. So E6. Allowing the runner and the batter to get down to second base. Brings up now the lefty Jaden Remiger. flew out to shortstop in his first at-bats. So Jenigas looking out toward second pitch. That one's called a strike. Simonson again starting for the Falcons. Had a very good start to the ball game. He threw 5 straight strikes to start it. Got the first 2 batters out looking, and it all fell apart on him. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Traden Larson waiting on deck. Pitch. Fouled off. Third base side. Should be out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jenigas looks in. 1-2 pitch. Hits that one on the ground to first. First baseman gobbles it up, takes it to the bag. 2 away. 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. Harms gets down to third base. 2 away. Trade Larson, who walked last inning. Bats here for the Rabbits. Do have a runner at third base here. A 4-0 lead. Jennings, a good look at that runner at third and a pitch. Strike. He's been able to paint that outside of the plate. 0-1. That one, though, misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. These Falcon pitchers don't waste a lot of time. They just get that ball and chuck it right back to the catcher. As pitcher steps off, he's back on top of the bump and batter back in the box. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Hit fouled on the first baseline. Couple of strikes down the batter. So again, Falcons like to get out of this inning with a 0 on the board for the first time in this ball game. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 2 away. So 2s are wild here. We are in the 3rd inning, though. Again, Jenigas steps off. Wind that is blowing out toward left center field, or left field foul line. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Falcons able to keep the Rabbits off the board here in the 3rd inning. A couple of strikeouts in the inning. And then the 3rd for the Rabbits, they get no runs. There was no hits. There was an error, and they leave one on at third base. We're through 2.5 innings complete here from Irish Yard on your scoreboard. This is your Redwood Financial Advisors scoreboard. 4-0 Rabbits on top. Falcons bat bottom of the 3rd after this 1-minute timeout.
Towing in Redwood Falls.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Here's your last spot.
Thanks. Numbers starting to get a little bit closer as far as balls and strikes for the Falcons pitchers now. 77 pitches thrown, 36 have been for strikes. As the Falcons sending up 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup to face Adrian Teets and the Rabbits here in the 3rd. The Rabbits have faced the minimum thus far through the first inning and 2 innings. And first pitch is called a ball. Is Jake Jackson, the catcher, bats. Pounds the strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Then it'd be Ashton Holman, the second baseman, and Jaden Lang, third baseman. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dietz once again, top of his game here today. Strikes out another one. That's his 5th strikeout here. So Ashton Holman will bat, second baseman. As again, Dietz just continues to throw darts at the Falcons here. That's fouled to the backstop. No balls, 1 strike. Again, Falcons coming in, record of 6-6 in the season. Split their doubleheader yesterday. That one goes to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rabbits game yesterday was postponed with Sleepy Eye St. Mary's. They'll make it up Tuesday, part of a doubleheader in Wabasso. We'll carry both those games for you. Rabbits set to take on the Jags in the first game, Renville County West. 4:30 and then 7:30, I think, the night's game, if I saw correctly. No balls, 2 strikes. Update that for you this weekend. 1-2. That one called third strike. Got him looking. 2 away. A little bit of a cut right at the end of that, hitting the strike zone. Jaden Lang will bat. So 2 in the pen here for the Rabbits. That pitch is a little low, ball 1. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2, or 1, 1-1. Pretty stiff wind now blowing out to that left corner here at Irish Yard. One of the nicest ballparks you ever have a chance to enjoy a ball game in, or if you're a player to play in. 1-1. That one's called a strike, and it's 1-2. So Dietz looking to put another 0 on the board here in the pitch. Fouled. That goes in the Wabasso dugout, zips in there. Everyone appears to be all right. 1-2, count. Dietz again from the full line, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him waving in the breeze in that one. 3 strikeouts. So genuine mow him down inning here in the 3rd inning with 3 strikeouts. And the Falcons in the 3rd go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left in the base paths. We are through 3 full here at Irish Yard on your St. Mary's Catholic School Sleepy Eye scoreboard. 4-0. Rabbits on top. They bat in the 4th after this 1-minute timeout.
What's the next big thing?
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
The last one.
Here's your last five.
Thank you. Go to inning number 4 here. Rabbits on top by a score of 4-0. Teets getting through that last inning. On 13 pitches, he's thrown 35 thus far, and 26 have been for strikes. Top of the order for the Rabbits, Noah Anderson, Calvin Hanna, Adrian Teets. 2 balls and no strikes to Anderson, who's walked. Struck out looking here in the ballgame. That one misses. 3 balls and no strikes. Rabbits getting a pair of runs in both the first 2 innings. Did not get a run last inning. And that one misses out wide. Ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to Anderson. Walks for the second time this ball game. Kelvin Hanna will bat. Hanna 0 for 2. Couple strikeouts looking both ways. Rabbits again with only 1 hit. Teets with it. But again, some walks, a couple of hit batters, and the Rabbits were able to capitalize on those miscues by the Falcons for this 4-0 lead. That one's right down Broadway, strike 1. Isaac Simonson, the starter for the Falcons, pulled early in this one. Hudson Jenigas has to try to keep the Rabbits at bay. Pitch misses outside, ball 1, 1-1. Coming up this half inning, we'll have our mid-game report. So if you missed anything, we'll get you up to date with that. Coming up at this half inning here. There's a swing. Hit the batter. He's still in the batter's box, so it's a foul ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first again, going back to first base. I believe that's Garrett Moratsky over there, pinch running for the catcher, Anderson. 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Getting lights on here at Irish Yard. Runner takes off. Throw down to second will not be in time. Stolen base. As Moratsky gets it stolen standing up. So he gets into scoring position. Full count on the batter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one away here in the visiting half of the 4th. Adrian Teets waiting on deck here for the Rabbits. Foul. That one snuck through the netting here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Called 3rd strike. Got him looking. 1 away. Strikeout number 8 for the Falcon pitchers. Jenigas' 6th strikeout with 1 away. Pitch misses, curveball, no. Catches the inside part of the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2. Outside of the plate. So no Jenigas with the good morning. Good afternoon. That's hit out into right field. Right fielder going back, measures it, dives for it. I believe it did hit the ground. So he did not make the catch out in right field. So the ball dropped right in front of him, and able to get the ball back in quickly, but by that time, Teets had legged out a double. Moratsky over at 3rd base now. So Rabbits first and second. Or excuse me, second and third. And just 1 away, Joe Liebel will be batting here for the Rabbits. So Janigas again, damage control mode here. Swing and miss, strike one. Rabbits up to this point, 2 hits, both belonging to Tietzinen. It's been on base all 3 times, a walk, double, single. Rabbits on top, 4-0 pitch. Check swing. Did not offer at it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Look to third and second. Swing and miss. 1-2. That one's lifted out into left center field. Center fielder or left fielder drifting over, makes the grab. Tag from third. They'll not make a throw home. Keep the runner at second, but a sac fly as a run scored. So Liebel sending it deep enough. Productive out there. And Rabbits now lead here 5-0. Jackson Wagner, the batter. It's been hit by a pitch. Struck out. The pitch. Down a little low, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. That's hit out behind second base. Shortstop going back, going on. Now it's coming running up. Makes the diving grab. Boy. Thought that one's going to go a lot further than it did, and he all of a sudden had to get on the brakes and get up and makes the catch. And the Rabbits are retired here in their half of the 4th inning. A little pop-up to shortstop to end the inning. Rabbits get 1 more across here in the 4th. They get that 1 run on a total of 1 hit. There was 1 left on in scoring position and no errors. 4.5 innings complete. Olson Chevrolet Redwood Falls scoreboard. Brand new score reads 5-0. Let's go to our mid-game report, where the Wabasso Rabbits again had 2 away in the 1st inning before they got started in the 1st. Had a walk, 2 hit batters, and then a couple of walks that brought in 2 runs. Had a 2-0 lead. Falcons went down 1-2-3. 2nd inning. 2 walks to open up the inning. The call to the pen was made. Hudson Jenigas came in, gave up. Got a strikeout, and then he had a single that scored a run. Also another run scoring on an error. And it was 4-0 in favor of the Wabasso Rabbits. Again, the Falcons went down 1-2-3 in the 2nd. 3rd inning, Rabbits didn't get anything across. Falcons went down 1-2-3. And here in the 4th, leadoff walk, strikeout, and double. And then a sac fly by Liebel to bring in the 5th run of the ball game. That's where you stand right now. Wabasso with a 5-0 lead. The Rabbits with a total of 5 runs on just 2 hits. No errors. They have left 6 on, 5 in scoring position. And the Falcons, nothing across here through the first 3 innings. With 7 strikeouts by Tietz here. So 20-pitch inning, that inning for Jenigas. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again, they've thrown 97 thus far. 47 of those pitches have been for strikes. So again, that number starting to balance out a little bit better. As the Falcons trying to get something going offensively here in this one. As Tietz again has been perfect through the first 3 innings. Again with 7 strikeouts. He had a 19 strikeout performance last week, or in his last start, I believe the last start. He's also had a no-hitter this season, so he's been pitching some gems here for the Rabbits. This Falcons bat here in the 4th. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. And again, up to this point, 3 full innings pitched. He's only thrown 35 pitches. So a strikeout pitcher, and again, getting good mileage out of those pitches. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. So for the Falcons here in inning number 4, back to the top of the order, Ashton Junkie, Keaton Skrupa, and Quentin Bolt. That one, called strike. Another nice pitch, nice curveball. So ball and 2 strikes in the batter. Junkie grounding out to second this first at bat. Up a little high for ball 2, 2-2. Get nothing across through the first 3 innings here for the Falcons. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Catcher drops the ball, picked up, plays at 1, throw to 1 in time. So a strikeout and the 2-3 put out for the first out of the inning. So the strikeout number 8. And Keaton Skrupa, who struck out, will batter. Right field here for the Falcons. Pitch up high and outside, ball 1. Rabbits looking for their 5th win in a row here today. Trying to get some momentum into the getting closer and closer to the postseason. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tournaments start for them 2 weeks from tomorrow. So getting toward the end of the season. Softball tournaments about 10 days away. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. As Dietz again really has been in command here of this ball game. 1-2 pitch. Framed nicely by Anderson. Just misses out a little wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2. That one hits the corner. Strikeout. Looking. Second out of the inning. 9th strikeout for Teets here in this ball game. 2 in the pen, and Quentin Vold will bat. Rabbits give with that 4 or make it a 5-0 lead. Just 1 hit. But the way that Teets is throwing darts here, it's going to be tough for the Falcons. Lifted out into right field. Right fielder running toward the line. And foul. Long run for the right fielder and the second baseman. Tried to make that grab. So long, high strike. 1-1. Teets looking for a new baseball. Falcons keeping him supplied here. Oh, 1 the count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Six straight strikeouts. Again, 9 total here for Teets here in the ballgame through 3 2/3. 0-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck out the side once again here in the 4th inning. As the Falcons in the 4th go down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left in the base paths. We are through 4 full here at Irish Yard, where the Wabasso Rabbits lead by a score of 5-0. We'll come back after this 1-minute timeout.
One minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Here's your last spot.
Thank you.
Provider in the Morgan, Minnesota area. Background with 40 years of experience and pride themselves on the quality of their service and their customers. Out in order of area sports, Kirkhoff Community.
Dietz with a total of 48 pitches. 35 of those have been called strikes. As the Rabbits bat here, 5th inning, leading here 5-0. Again, 5 runs and just 1 hit. Preston Remiger, Kason Harms, Jaden Remiger for the Rabbits here in the 5th. Hudson Jenig is still out there for the Falcons. First 2 pitches have misses for ball. 99 pitches thus far for the Falcons pitchers. Roughly 60-some for Jenigas. That one misses out wide, 3-0. Remiger, a strikeout looking and a walk with an RBI. Brought in the first run, which would right now technically be the winning run. That one called a strike, 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. It's now full count, 3-2. Even though no runners on bases here, Jenigas just basically kind of goes from the belt. Pitch misses. Nope, got him inside. Got him looking. 1 away. 9th strikeout for the Falcons pitchers. And that would be strikeout number 7 for Hudson Jenigas. Kason Harms, a walk and reached an error. Did bring in a run. It's got an RBI. That one's fouled at the plate. 0-1. Just 2 hits in the ball game, both belonging to Teets. Single, an RBI, and a double. That one's called a strike. It's 0-2. Jaden Remiger waiting on deck here for the Rabbits. 0-2 pitch. Well outside. Ball 1. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2-away. Both pitchers, or all 3 pitchers, have done a great job of striking out batters here. Jaden Remiger will bat. It's flown out to short. And out 3 unassisted. Swings and pops that one out to shortstop. Shortstop measuring it. Makes the grab. Pop fly ends the inning, and the Rabbits are down 1-2-3 here in the 5th inning. So in the 5th inning for the Rabbits, no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave nobody in the base paths. We're through 4.5 innings complete here from Irish Yard. This again on your scoreboard. This is your Hometown Bank scoreboard. 5-0, Rabbits on top. Falcons bat, bottom of the 5th, right after this 1-minute timeout.
One minute.
Thanks.
Here's your last spot.
Thanks. ...106 pitches thus far for the Falcons pitchers. Again, that balance getting there. 54 balls and 52 strikes. So again, that's getting back to even Steven. So they'll working at getting that with the more strikes than ball ratio here. As the Falcons bat in the bottom 5th, have not had anything across as of yet. Perfect game intact here for Teets. As he misses here with his first pitch, ball 1. This will be 4, 5, and 6. Hudson Jennings, Dan Clavin, and Isaac Simonson for the Falcons. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jennings in his first at bat struck out and was thrown out. 2-3. Swings late at that one, fouls it out of play, souvenirs it to the parking lot. People looking at their cars to see if it's in their area. 1-2, the count. That's hit sharply out to short. Hannah, one hops it, makes the throw to first, not in time. I think that's a call. I'll give him a hit. That was hit pretty cleanly out. Hannah did everything he could to try to get the out at first, but they'll give him an infield single in that. So Jennings reaches. Runner at first base runner here for the Falcons in this one. That pitch again painting the outside corner. Strike 1. Clavin flew out to shortstop in his first at bat. That one misses, and it's a ball. Ball 1-1. So Falcons trying to get something started here in the 5th inning, trailing here 5-0. Courtesy runner coming out. Tyler Turklison will be courtesy running for Jennings, the pitcher. Again, that's that rule I do really, really, really like. Again, gets more kids involved in the ball games. Pitch there misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Open stance at the plate for the batter and the pitch. That one's catches the corner, 2-2. And the Rabbits up 5-0. Pitch, chopped, foul. Nope, they're going to say that was a strikeout. Catcher dropped the ball. First base was occupied, so the runner can't go down. But the runner gets down to second base. So a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Pass ball allows Hudson Jennings to get down to second base. Or Turklison down to second base with 1 away. That one called a strike. Simonson, his first at bat, struck out. So the Falcons are the runner at second now, with 1 away. Pitch. Swung on a missed. 0-2. So look out toward second base in the pitch. Down a little low for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Jackson waiting on deck here for the Falcons. Pitch. Hit right back. Teets makes it. He's going to go to third base. High throw. Gets past the third baseman down that left field line. That will bring in a run. So again, they tried to get the out at third base. Runner at second, put on the brakes. Then the ball went over the third baseman's head and down the left field line. And an error on the pitcher allows the run to score. So Simonson will get the credit for that fielder's choice. E1 to allow the run to score. The Falcons on board here, 5-1. That one hits the batter. So the Falcons starting to get a couple of things together here now in the 5th inning. Another courtesy runner coming in. Abe Stavnes will be batting for Jackson at first. Ashton Holman the batter. Runners at first and second here for the Falcons. Rabbits up by a score here 5-0. But the tying run in the on-deck circle here for the Falcons here in the 5th. Pitch misses outside for a ball, ball 1. And now Anderson to go trot out and have a visit with his pitcher. Gives me a chance. Tell you action being brought to you by sponsors, which do include the Minnesota Valley Telephone Company, Hers Repair and LNS Construction, GNS Cabinets, Eco Water Systems, Redwood Falls, Wilmer, New Alma, New Mankato, and also Pete's Ranch. Thanks for supporting high school athletics here on 977 Jack FM. We do appreciate your support. Pitch is a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So the tying run for the Falcons now in the on-deck circle with 1 away here in the 5th inning. Rabbits up 5-1. Pitch. Hit back out. Teets with a dives for it, knocks it down, but it'll be no play. Infield single for Teets, or excuse me, for Holmgren. That rolls up the bases here. So Holman gets that infield single. Everybody moving up a base. Brings now the tying run to the plate here in the 5th with Jaden Lang, who struck out. And Teets just pounding on, trying to pounce on that ball. Was able to knock it down, just hold it in the infield, but everyone was safe. Was not able to make a play. So the Falcons have filled the bags here. That's chopped down the first base line. First baseman right in the bag will make the grab. So Liebel will go get the out, 3 unassisted. Brings in a run. Productive out there for Lang. So he will get an RBI as Simonson comes in and scores. Jackson over to third base and over to second base is Holman. And we're back to the top of the order. Ashton Junkie will bat here. So the tying run still at the plate here for the Falcons. Another courtesy runner going out there for the Falcons. So Junkie to help out. Actually, the on-decker Skarupa goes, picks that ball up down the first baseline. So he came away from his on-deck circle in front of his bench on the third base side. Then ran all the way around the plate. Picked up the ball and gets back to the umpire. "5-2. Rabbits are on top here in this one. So Falcons have put a 2 spot on the board here in the 5th. With the tying run for them at the plate here with 2 away here in the 5th. Home half of the 5th. Pitch. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Teets has really been in control of this one. Falcons have gotten a couple of things crossed, though, here in the 5th. Stepping out, Junkie. Back in. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout ends the inning, but the Falcons get a couple across here in the 5th inning. The Falcons in the 5th get those 2 runs on a total of 2 hits. There was 1 Wabasso error, and they leave 2 on base at first and second. We're through 5 full here. Brand new score from Ira Shard. It's Wabasso 5, Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove 2. We will come back, and we'll do it for you after this 1-minute timeout.
1 minute.
Already, thanks.
And baseball fans, you did a great job of clearing out the wild rice brats, but we still do have delicious burgers if you still are hungry. Other food options as well. We got candy, chips, water, Gatorade, pop, and more. Here at Shenanigans, the concession stand on the Irish Yard. Here's the designated hitter, number 11, Traden Larson.
Here's the last spot.
Thank you.
Renew and use motors, repair of all brands of motors, and on-site service calls. No need to tell them all work is guaranteed. Go to 507-430-4343. Service you deserve.
Go to the 6th inning. Rabbits on top here. Final score 5-2. Rabbits with 5 runs, 2 hits. Falcons 2 runs, 2 hits. 2 balls, no strikes to Traden Larson for the Rabbits. Now it's 2-1. He'll be leading off the 5th inning. Then we're back on top with Noah Anderson and Calvin Hanna. 2-1. That hit him, so he'll take a spot in first base. He walked earlier and scored a run. Now he gets hit by the pitch, so he gets the base the hard way. Noah Anderson coming up. Noah's walked twice in this ball games. His position in the lineup has scored twice here in the ball game. Courtesy runner out there for the Rabbits. Zach Skoblik. Courtesy running out there for the DH, Larson. So Anderson coming up. Curveball, strike 1. Calvin Hanna waiting on deck for the Rabbits. He's had a tough day today. Only Rabbit starter that hasn't reached base. Throw to first, diving back in safely is the base runner. Oh, and 1 the count. That one's foul tipped. Again, they'll throw it down to first, but back in safely. 0-2. Falcons getting a couple of runs across now. I've cut it back to 5-2 here. Rabbits batting, 6th inning. Runner takes off. That's hit up the middle. Caught by the center fielder. Throw to first base will be getting away from the first baseman. Now the runner will go down to second base on that errant throw. And, of course, went in the dugout, so he'll get that extra base. So he'll be over on third base. Nope. Yep, they will send him over to third. So that was a pop fly caught by the center fielder for the out. Then a 2-base throwing error on the the center fielder. Third error of the ball game against the Falcons. Rabbits now the runner on third base with 1 away. Brings up Calvin Hanna. As we mentioned, Hanna's had a tough day. Struck out 3 times, looking each time. So he'd like to break that 0 for right here. Ribby out there for him at third base. That one's swung on, fouled. Souvenir to the parking lot. 0-1. Action coming up. We'll have the Falcons softball team in action against Springfield coming up on Monday. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. The Rabbits again, baseball. Doubleheader for that scheduled Tuesday. And we'll work on that schedule here coming up. 0-2. Look out toward third in the pitch. Chopped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. (5-2). Rabbits on top. Scored 5 times the first 4 innings and have been held scoreless since then. The Falcons getting 2 last inning. And a strikeout looking. So Hanna down again on strikes. 4th time here in the ball game, looking each time. 2 away. And Adrian Teets will bat. Single, a double, a walk, run scored, and an RBI, with another one waiting at third base for Adrian. First pitch misses outside for a ball, ball one. He's thrown a good game. Was perfect through the first four. Now they're just going to walk him. Potential walk. So he'll take a spot in first. Joe Liebel will bat. Joe 0 for 2 or 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly, RBI, run scored after being hit by a pitch in the first inning. So Rabbits down with, I believe, 3 games left. We'll play 2 of those again Tuesday, and we'll have them both for you here on 977 Jack FM. Runner takes off to second base. Nothing doing. Tried to get the runner at third base, running the wrong way. But he stayed put. And then Teets gets that stolen base going down the second. So second and third here for the Rabbits. 2 away. Joe Liebel again batting. Like to get some more cushion for his team here. If he can pull him down the outfield grass. Again, 2 away in the inning. Hits that one hard left field. Left fielder going back, watching it down the line and gets over his head. Liebel getting around in that one, has a double and 2 RBI. The Rabbits back on the board here. Boy, Joe hit that one a ton. Well hit ball to left field. Brings a double in and a couple of RBI for him. As both the courtesy runner for Larson and Teets scoring in that one. Rabbits back on top here now, or add to their lead again, 7-2. 3 RBI in the day for Joe. Jackson Wagner will bat. Hit by a pitch, struck out, flow out, and now has grounded out, 4-3. That ends the inning. Rabbits, though, able to get a couple of insurance runs across here in the 6th inning. They get those 2 runs on a total of 1 hit. There was 1 error, and they leave 1 on base in scoring position. 5.5 innings are now complete here and in the books. On your American Family Insurance Tamara Brown Agency scoreboard, brand new score from Irish Yard. It's 7-2. Rabbits on top. Come back bottom of the 6th after this 1 minute timeout.
One minute.
Artie, thanks.
Top of the 6th for the Rabbits. 2 runs. 1 hit. 1 error. And 1 runner left on base. Do it for the Falcons in the bottom half of the 6th. Keaton Skarupa, Quinton Holden, Hudson Jenigas.
Redwood Building Center in Redwood Falls proudly supports all the area sports teams. Stop in to see the great, newly redesigned service field of Redwood Building Center. They can handle all your building needs. Redwood Building Center, let their family help your family. Located on Bridge Street in Redwood Falls.
Here's last spot.
Thank you. Falcons pitchers have finally thrown more strikes than balls here in this ball game, as that has leveled off there. 119 pitches in the ball game, and now 61 of those have been called for strikes and 58 for balls. Teets pitches now, back with that 5-run lead here, 7-2. Rabbits with a total of 5 runs on just 7 runs on 3 hits. 2 runs and 2 hits here for the Falcons. So they got some digging to do again. Back at the top of the order. Or actually, no, be Keaton Skrupa leading off. Strike 1 on the batter. Skrupa's struck out twice. It's quickly 0-2. That usually happens when you're struggling at the plate. You get behind the count early. Now he's behind 0-2. Teets with the pitch, swinging, caught or missed it, but again, it gets away from the catcher. Throw down to 1 is in time. So it will be a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for the first out of the 6th inning. Strikeout number 13 for Teets here in this ball game. Quentin Vold will bat. He's over 2. A couple of punch outs here in the ball game. Falcons running out of outs in this one, trailing here 7-2. That one swung on a miss, strike 1. Four ball games left in the season here for the Falcons. That's hit out right in the backhanded out at shortstop. Hannah's going to try to make a throw, but hitting the hole and the runner safe easily. Infield single for Quentin Vold. Brings up now Hudson Jenigas. Hudson, 1 for 2. An infield single, run scored. Last inning. In the Falcons trailing by 5 runs. So the tying run still in the dugout. That's hit out to short. Hannah flipped to second for 1, relayed first. Not in time. Got the lead runner, though, at second base. 2 away. 6-4. And not really a tailor-made ground ball by any means. Took a lot of time to get out to short. Runner with good speed was able to beat it out. Now they're putting out a courtesy runner again. Tyler Thurklison will be running for Jenigas, the pitcher. Dan Clavin will bat, 0 for 2. It's flown out to short and struck out. And that one misses for a ball 1. So the Falcons with a runner on first base, now 2 away. Pitch. Misses, 2-0. Teets thus far, 78 pitches up to this point. And that one popped up behind the plate. Anderson looking for it. Gets the mask off. Makes the catch, and 2 away. Actually, 3 away. That's at the third out of the inning. So fly out to the catcher to end the inning for the Falcons. And the Falcons in the 6th get nothing across. They get those no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and they leave 1 on the base paths. We're through 6 full here at Irish Yard. Rabbits on top by a score of 7-0 on your Olson Chevrolet Redwood Falls scoreboard. We'll go to the 7th after this 1-minute timeout.
Stop at Napa Auto Parts for all your automotive.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Wabasso in the top half of the 7th. Preston Remiger, Jason Harms, and Jaden Remiger.
Here's your last spot.
Thank you.
Sulphur's offers a wide selection of groceries, fresh produce, fresh cut meat, dairy department, and frozen food. And don't forget your Wabasso Rabbits apparel. Glad to support Wabasso activities at Sulphur's Food Center in Wabasso.
Go to the 7th. 7-2 lead for the Wabasso Rabbits. They'll be batting. Rabbits are up. Falcons will be batting when they come up again. Isaac Simonson, Jake Jackson, and Ashton Holman. For the Rabbits will be Preston Remiger, Kason Harms, and Jaden Remiger. For the Rabbits, first pitch called the ball. Hudson Jenigas still out there for the Falcons. Pitch inside, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. That one's a strike. 2-1. So Rabbits with that 7-2 lead. That's called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Listening to non-conference baseball on 977 Jack FM, KLJR FM Redwood Falls, along the World Wide Web at mykljr.com. That's foul tipped, or actually missed. Catch drops his ball, throw to first in time. So that's a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for the first out of the inning. Kason Harms will bats. Walk with an RBI in the first inning, reached on an error back in the third. Rabbits with only 3 hits here in the ball game. It's just been Falcons' miscues that hurt them. A pitch way outside. Ball 1. They've walked 6. They've struck out 11. But they've had 3 errors and a couple of hits batters in crucial spots. That one's called a strike. 1-1. That one paints the inside part of the play. Boy, Jenikas has done a nice job. Outside, inside, painting the corners. 2 strikes, 1 and 2. Head in the count. That's swung on a miss, strike 3. So 2 away for the Rabbits, both strikeouts. And Jaden Remiger will bat. 0 for 3. Fly out to short twice and 3 unassisted. So he's hit both sides of the plate, or it's both sides of the fields. This one follows that one straight back. Strike 1. Falcons again trailing here 7-2. Need a big rally in the 7th inning here to send this one extras or get a walk-off. Foul territory, third base side. Easy catch there by the third baseman. And the Rabbits are done here in the 7th. In the 7th for the Rabbits, no runs, no hit, no errors, no runs, and they leave nobody on the base paths. 6.5 innings complete here. Falcons needing 5 to keep this alive, 6 for the walk-off. We'll see if they can do it after this. Again, your scoreboard update brought to you by Ricky J's Car Wash. 7-2 Rabbits will finish it up in 1 minute.
Camera Brown is your local American family insurance.
1 minute.
Alrighty, thanks.
Do it for the Falcons in the bottom half of the 7th. Isaac Simonson, Jake Jackson, and Ashton Holger.
Here's your last spot.
Alrighty, thanks.
Sitting back at Redwood Financial Advisors, helping others thrive is our passion. Visit thrivent.com/redwood to learn more.
Falcons need a big rally here in the 7th innings. They trail by a score of 7-2. Rabbits with 7 runs on 3 hits. Falcons 2 runs on 3 hits. Again, they'll be batting Isaac Simonson, Jake Jackson, Ashton Holman here to face Teets and the Rabbits here in the 7th. Simonson over 2. Did reach on a fielder's choice and scored a run back in the 5th inning. First pitch misses for a ball 1. Teets again has pitched a very nice ball game. That's just his 80th pitch here of this ball game. 13 strikeouts. That one misses out wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or actually 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. That up a little high for ball, and it's 3-0. Again, Falcons trailing here 7-2. So once again, tying run for them still in the dugout here. Need to get a couple of board. Strike, 3-1. Teets has not walked anybody here in this ball game. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now full 3-2. So full count, 3-2. Hit in the right. No, nice catch in the air by Liebel. Laying out. Showing some glove. Out is recorded. Nicely done there by Joe. Again, just laid out with that one and took that hit away. It's for the first out of the 7th inning. So Joe Liebel flashing some glove. One away. Jake Jackson will be batting. Struck out and it was hit by pitch. Rabbits have also made some couple of nice defensive plays here too. That one foul out to Anderson behind the plate. Now that one has helped out Teets a little bit. That one's called a strike. That one down a little low for ball, and it's 1-1. Holman waiting on deck. Then Lang, and then the Falcons, they get a couple of runners on, can flip that lineup card over. Hit out towards short. Hanna can't get it. It sneaks under his glove. Out into left center field. I would guess that was probably an error. So we'll go with E6 in the play. As Jackson reaches. Holman will bat. So it'll be a pinch batter here. Austin Imker will bat. Checks the swing, but cost him anyway. Strike one. So again, Imker batting here in the Holman spot, who was 1 for 2. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, pitch, fouled back, stays 0-2. So Falcons again down. 2 more outs left in this one. So they trail by 5, 7-2. It cut it back to a 3-run game last inning, and then the Rabbits were able to get a couple back. In the 5th, they cut it back. The Rabbits were able to come across in the 6th. There's a strikeout, first base occupied, so there'll be no throw down to first base. Strikeout, second out of the inning. And on that pass ball, the runner gets down to second base. So now the Falcons down to their final out in this one. Jaden Lang bats. 0 for 2. He does have an RBI here. Again, he's looking to get on and flip that lineup card over back to the top of the order. Look out toward second. Pitch. Strike one. See if Teets can get this one done with an under 100 pitches here today. Curveball up high and in tight. Ball 1-1-1. He's at 93 right now. Look out toward second. That one gets away from the catcher as it goes out wide. Runner will go down to third base. Wild pitch. And again, really, Teets doesn't have to worry about that base runner on the bases, or third. That run really means nothing to him at this point, being up by 5 runs. Concentration should be on the batter here, 2-1. Down a little low, 3-1. Ashton Junkie waiting on deck. Would love to have a chance to come up here. Pitch, called a strike. 3-2, full count. "14 strikeouts here in the ballgame. Teats would like to make it 15 and pick up the win. Payoff pitch, chopped out toward first. Label gets it, tosses it to Teats, covering the bag. 3-1 is the put out at first base, and this one is over with where the Wabasso Rabbits pick up the win here in this one. The Falcons in the 7th inning get no runs on no hits. There was an error, and they leave one on base. Your final score, Wabasso 7 and Wabasso 7. Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove 2. We'll get you your post game. We'll wrap it all up for you in 3 minutes here on 977 Jack FM.
Kelly.
2 or 3 minutes?
Give me 3 minutes.
3 coming up.
Yep, we'll be all done then. So,
all right.
Final score here at the Irish Yard, Wabasso 7, Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove 2. Thanks everybody for showing out this afternoon on a rainy, overcast Friday. If you would like a bite to eat or a beverage, you can feel free to do so before you take off. And please, drive home safely.
All right.
yeah.
Stick around. Leave it up until the close.
And
You don't do any coaches interviews, right?
No.
here's your last spot.
Thank you. Rabbits pick up win number 5 in a row as they defeat the Falcons of Red Rock Central, Westbrook, Walnut Grove by that final score of 7-2. For more than a century, the Minnesota State High School League has sponsored one of the most comprehensive programs of interscholastic activities in the United States. Activities that involve 525 schools, 300,000 students, 23,000 coaches, and 9,000 contest officials and judges. Minnesota State High School League, helping students reach their goals in and out of the classroom since 1916. Bass Rabbits taking control of this one really early. Got after 2 were away in the first inning, got a couple of runs across in the first inning, put a couple of more in the second inning, and again had a 4-0 lead as they kind of put it on cruise control after that. The Falcons got back to within, and the Rabbits also had a run in the fourth inning, so had a 5-0 lead at one point. Falcons got a couple of runs across in their half of the fifth inning, cut it back to 5-3. Rabbits, though, a couple of insurance run on a big 2-run double by Joel Liebel in the sixth. Lead grew to 7-2, and that's the final score here in this one. Rabbits with 7 runs, just 3 hits. They had 1 error, left 7 on, 6 in scoring position. And for the Falcons, there was 2 runs and 3 hits, 3 errors, 4 left on, 2 in scoring position. Winning pitch in the ball game, Adrian Tietz going the distance, giving up just those 2 runs on 3 hits. Both those runs were earned. He had no walks, 14 strikeouts in the ball game, going 7 innings. The Falcons' loss suffered by Isaac Simonson. Simonson went the first inning, gave up 4 runs on no hits. All 4 were earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Then Hudson Jenigas came in and did very, very well. Kind of held the Rabbits in check over the final 6 innings. Gave up just 3 hits in those 6 innings of work. 3 runs. 3 of those, 1 was earned. He had 3 walks and 11 strikeouts. Not a lot of hits in this ball game. The Rabbits, Adrian Tietz was 2 for 2. He had 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and an RBI in the ball game, also the winning pitcher. 1 for 3 effort for Quentin Vold here in this one. 1 for 3 effort for Hudson Jenigas, who also scored a run here in the ball game. Let's see, a 1 for 3 effort for Ashton Holman was 1 for 2 in the ball game here today. Coming up for these teams now, these schedules, looking to next week, again, as we've got them here. Again, might be some changes in that. These not the official schedules, but nonetheless, as we've got them here. For Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove, softball team will be playing, scheduled to play in a tournament tomorrow, Marshall, that probably weather permitting. On Monday, they'll be hosting the Springfield Tigers, 4 o'clock start time there. We'll have coverage of that for you here on 977 Jack FM. Baseball team will be taking on Heron Lake Okabena Fulda, and they'll be the host team there. Coming up on Tuesday, boys and girls track at Worthington. Thursday, boys and girls track at Murray County Central. Also on Thursday, the softball team will be hosting Windham area, while the baseball team will be at Windham. And then on Friday, TMB will be playing host to Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove. And then a make-it game on Tuesday, the 23rd, has back here in Milroy's Irish Yard, the Renville County West taking on Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove. For the Wabasso Rabbits, they have scheduled for tomorrow the make-up game, or that make-up tournament that was weathered out earlier in the season. That softball tournament, again, that's very much weather permitting here tomorrow. Then coming up Monday, golf, taking on the New Ulm Country Club. Girls softball team on Monday. They'll be hosting RTR for a big matchup there on Monday. Then on Tuesday, the baseball team will be taking a doubleheader, taking on Renville County West in the first game. And that makeup game with Sleepy Eye St. Mary's will take part after that. We'll have both those for you here on 977 Jack FM. The track team will be taking part in the track meet in Sleepy Eye coming up on Thursday. Softball team will be at Minneota. And then the following Monday, varsity golf at Windham area. The following Tuesday, that's when the girls' softball tournaments subsections do begin. Again, we have coming up for you, our schedule looks like this. Monday, softball for you again, Red Rock Central, Westbrook Walnut Grove hosting Springfield. Set to go at around 4 o'clock start time coming up on Monday. And again, pre-game show coverage right around 3:50 on Monday afternoon. I'll be here on 977 Jack FM. Redwood Valley will have a baseball game, Pipestone area at Redwood Valley. That'll start around 4:20. Coverage on KLJR 1490 AM, 95.9 FM, KLJR. And then Tuesday, a doubleheader for you, Renville County West and Wabasso, right around 4:30 with Wabasso and Sleepy Eye St. Mary's to play following that. Let's get you your players of the game before we wrap things up here this evening here on 977 Jack FM. Going to our players of the game, we'll start first with the Falcons here. Quentin Bold, again, was 1 for 3 in the ball game, had an infield single. Ashton Holman was 1 for 2 in the ball game, infield single. RBI for Jaden Lang down the bottom of the lineup. We're going to give it to Hudson Jenigas. Hudson, again, finished the ball game. He was 1 for 3. He scored a run also came in relief of the starter, Isaac Jenigas, and pitched six pretty impressive innings to kind of hold the Falcons in check, or the Rabbits in check, and give the Falcons a chance. So again, Hudson Jenigas of the Falcons, your one player of the game. For the Wabasso Rabbits, pretty easy choice. Adrian Teets, 2 for 2 in the ball game, 2 walks, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Also the winning pitcher, giving up 14 strikeouts, no walks, and giving up just 2 runs in the win. So again, your players of the game will be Adrian Teets of the Wabasso Rabbits and Hudson Jenigas of the Falcons, your players of the game. Again, for the Wabasso Rabbits, 7 runs on 3 hits. They had an error. And for the Falcons, it was 2 runs and 3 hits, 3 errors, and they left 4 on, while the Rabbits left on a total of 7 with 6 in scoring position. So that's going to wrap it up here from Irish Yard. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Big thanks to the sponsors for bringing you this action. And without the sponsors' help, these games would not be possible. Every time you hear me mention the name of a sponsor during the course of the broadcast, and when one of those commercials plays during the course of the broadcast, memorize the name of those businesses, and when you stop in and do business with them on a regular basis, thank them for supporting high school athletics. Again, it's because of them able to do these games. So big thanks going out to them. Thanks for joining us here today. If you're within the sound of my voice over the airwaves, thanks for spending some time with us here this afternoon, this evening. If you're listening to our streaming of this ball game, I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you're all the way down on that Highway 14 corridor, maybe up a little bit further north, in that 212 corridor, somewhere in between. Again, if you listen to the streaming, let us know about it, where you're listening through to. And again, you can send that information to us at klgr@alphamediausa.com. And tell us where you're listening to tonight. Again, we'd love to hear from you. For Tobin Osborne back at our 977 Jack FM studios, Randy Clausen, we wish you a very good Friday. Have yourself a very successful fishing weekend if you go out and about. Again, also wish moms, all your moms out there, a very happy Mother's Day as well. Hope you enjoy your day on Sunday. Randy Clausen wishing you a very good weekend. Today's action and presentation of 977 Jack FM Sports.
Okay.
Alrighty. That will do her. We got her in there. So, very, very good. Yeah, well.